Good morning, everyone. It's Donna. I was going to digitize a new design, and I thought I would bring you along for the ride. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is, I'm using Embird Studio for this one instead of Hatch. Um, I'm going into my preferences, and for this, I'm actually going to change this to a Brother 200 by 200 square hoop, 8 by 8 basically. Um, so I'm going to set this and I'm going to say apply. Okay, and I am going to import a picture. This is one I bought from Trina Clark. I think her Etsy store now is Busy Hands Creations. Anyway, so this is the one I'm going to do, and you see that that one had a side dash A on there. These were like 12 by 12 images. They're done for sublimation, but you can use them for embroidery, all different kinds of things. But uh, I actually scaled it down by, I don't know, at least 50%, if not more, to get it to a size that is easily imported into my software. So anyway, here we're gonna go, and I'm looking at this image right now, trying to determine the way I'm going to digitize it. Obviously, the star, the nose, the bird will definitely be some of the latter things done. The eyes, heart, and I'm just trying to figure out the order that I'm going to do some of this in. And I think I'm going to actually work on this scarf first. And looking at this, I can tell like the scarf fabric is going this way and this is kind of going down, and that's the way I'm actually going to digitize it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of start right here and just bebop along. And I'm going to bring this kind of close. Need to have a little bit of an overlap. And the same kind of with the face, but because of the color, you want to make it kind of small, your overlap, because it may show up. So let's see, I'm going to change my underlay, and we're going to generate the stitches here. Let's do a 3D look at it. I don't necessarily like where it's ending, so I'm going to edit. Let's put an ending spot here. Generate the stitches. Okay. I did see a little bit right down here, so we're actually going to go ahead and do this little image. Doesn't have to be that big. And we're going to close this off. We're actually going to move this one to the top. So this one's going to be the first one. We're going to do a little stitch straight over here. Generate. Again, move the big piece to the front. And then this one, I'm going to edit and change my start position here. And I'm going to join all of these together real quick. Generate my stitches, and then I'm going to do a quick simulation to make sure that it stitches. Yep, it did. It started where I wanted to, so I don't need to do that anymore. Now my endpoint is up here. Whoops. Ungroup. This one I need to edit just a little bit and bring this point down. There. So I'm going to start working on this right now, this area over here. So I will start here since that's where it's at, and I will bring this on over. Just following this outline. Again, I want to keep it fairly close. And I'm going to change the angle to go down like this a little bit. So let's look at a 30-degree and see what it looks like. That, I can live with that. And actually we're going to edit it and put the ending point down here and generate my stitches and see how that looks. It got rid of that funky little line there. Okay, so we are going to group these together. I'm going to actually try to pick a color from the image and see what I've got there. Look at the color from a catalog. Do my marathon. This is saying a blue blush. I'm going to make this a soothing sea. I like that color a little bit better. If you can look at it in a 3D mode, you will see it. Okay. So the next thing I think that I want to do is going to be this part of the hat, and I'm going to do it in two sections here. So the first part I'm going to do is just come over here and remember to make sure that you do have that little bit of an overlap, and we will do that with the bird as well. We just want to ensure that we get good coverage on here. And we're going to angle this up at like 5 degrees. Generate stitches. See how this looks. Edit. We're going to put the end point right here. Oops. Finish object. Do edit over here and put the end point here, so you don't have that funky little line. And sometimes you can't always get rid of it. It's good if you can, but sometimes you can't. Now I'm going to do a quick little stitch here. Try to get it right on there up to here. Whoops. And I'm going to generate that. Then we're going back to the cap, and I am not going to put these musical notes on there. That's just me. I may go and do a different version later, but this version will not have it. Make sure we get kind of up and around here. I have to take it inside this little bird. Making sure you have enough room for the overlap. close it off, and we are going to do the same 5 degrees. I am over here, I am right clicking to move it down 1 degree, or you can left click on the number and it'll go up 1 degree, just in case you didn't know that. Oops. Changing my underlay. And we're going to generate the stitches. So we are going to actually group these together. Well, wait, before I do that, let me look. This one I'm going to edit, and I'm putting my endpoint right here. And see what that looks like. I do have one of those lines. I'm not going to worry about it. When you stitch it, you can hardly tell. Color from an image, and I'm just going to kind of click in here. The catalog. I'm going to do the, I'll leave this one as the peach whip. The next color, which is down here, is a little bit lighter, so I will use pale peach on it. I'm trying to determine if that's the color I want to do next, and I think it is, so I can basically start anywhere on here, and I'm actually going to start here, come down, and we want to, on this side of this snowman's face, we do have to get a little bit of the overlap in there, and the color I use, hopefully you will not be able to tell it too much in there. That's why we're not making it a huge overlap. And it's a hot day here, so that I have a window air conditioner you may hear come on sometimes. I apologize for that, but this upstairs room gets extremely hot without it. Bring this down, bring this over, close it off, and let's generate the stitches and see what this looks like. Change the fill on it to be the fill 2. Real quick, I'm going to do the color from the catalog, get these close together, and then I'll just select this one and I can go in. Well, I mean, for one thing, look, you can tell these were both now still the same color. You can tell over here it's color 2, but just changing the angle can make the color appear a little bit different. But this one I am going to go ahead and change. Pale peach, and it's just a little bit more different, so I like it. Next thing I'm going to do will probably be the white part of the face, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to start initially, or at least with my digitizing, right down here, and I will make sure that I get this overlap. Make sure that this color right here is included so that there won't be a gap. And then I'll come up here. Oops. We'll take this close in. And we'll come over here. Again, taking it close in. It won't matter so much with the yellow because it will definitely cover anything that the white of the snowman. So I should scroll out a little bit so I can get more at once. And we have to quickly kind of go around this nose a little bit because we do want to have some coverage, but it doesn't have to be, as small as when you're doing the white, because white will show through things, especially like reds and blacks and stuff like that. So, but you still do need a good little overlap. And generate my stitches. Do Snow White. And let's look at how this looks 3D. So what I can do here now is let's try putting a start point here, and I'm going to take this node here and I'm going to say insert, and it's going to change that to a regular node, and then it's going to make the flexible part in a different location. I'm going to put my endpoint here, and let's look at it and see what it's going to look like. Okay, it's a little better. And let's do this at a 3-degree angle. That looks pretty good. I think I can live with that one, at least for the stitch out. I may change it after that. Okay, so just a couple of more really large areas to go. Let's go ahead and whip out this little star. I'm undetermined yet on whether I'm going to do all the outlines in that, on this one. It all depends. I may do it, I may not. Some people like it, some people don't. Of course, if I do them and you don't like it, you can always take it out. And let's see, do a color for an image. What's the color it picked up from the catalog shell? No, I like this Impala color. It looks different here than it does in real life. It's a pretty shade of yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that, generate it. Let's put the start point down here. See what that gets me. I can live with that. Now we're going on to the nose. Some people don't like ending a design way up there on the edge. They'd rather end it somewhere in a big spot. Me personally, I don't mind it. If it's out on the edge somewhere, I'm less likely to snip a different thread while I'm trimming if I need to trim. When I use my 6 needle, I don't have to worry about that. When I use the Singer, I have to worry about that. And not 25. Come on. So I can tell right now I'm going to change it. I will put my endpoint here. And let's see what it looks like with the start point over there. It does change it. Image color from the image. Oops. Take it back to normal, so there is an image there. And see what color this comes up with. No, I'm going more for the melon. The carrot is way orangier. So there's that part. Let's go ahead and do the little beak. Oh, before that, I'm going to show you, if you don't know, you can actually select a color over here for when you're doing your digitizing. And it'll allow you to digitize in that color, but I mean, it's just would be like yellow and not a specific color. But we're going to do this anyway. There's the little beaks. So we're just going to quickly go down here and do the bird. I still have yellow selected, so it might, yep, it's going to be yellow. So these two, actually, I'm going to do a color from the image. And now the catalog. We're going to select Tusk. And then this one I know is a cute blue. Let's do Alaskan blue. Check it out. We're going to edit, do the start point here, and see what that gets us. Let's try the start point here. Okay, so that's going to be part of the little bird. Not too terribly much left. Let's do a ball here. We're going to run this line from here, whoops, over to here. Going to do another part. Generate the stitches there, and then I'm going to come around and finish up. And we will take these all together. Now we will start with the holly leaves. So we're just going to kind of get this one here. We're going to take it up, up. Can't go that far. Curve that in. Over here. And then we will start this one here. And see how this looks. So he's starting to come together now. One of the things that we're going to have to do is start adding some of the details, like for one thing, his mouth here. So I will actually go ahead And gotta get in where I can make sure I get these on top of each other. Up here, and then back. And then here. And generate. Let's see how that looks. This needs to be I'll change this color so that these highlights come up the right way. So I will start right here. And how far does this mouth go? Okay, I will take it over here and then up, generate stitches. I will select him and do a Control B for a backtrack, so that way it'll go and come back. I will go ahead and get this little guy, same thing. Control B, backtrack. We will do his eyebrow. I do a backtrack on it as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to do for the eyes, I will just go ahead and quickly do my fill here. I'm going to leave that underlay the way that is. Then I will just go up and back. Down around here, here, over, back, over here, up to here, and I'm going to join this back over here and then come back. Come on up. Then I'm going to go back down here. I'm just making a good outline for this. I'll come down here. Because we're wanting to make sure that the eye outline gets covered twice. And let's generate it and do a 3D. So there's that eyeball. And you can fill this in if you want. I mean, it's the color of his background. You can make it a different color white if you want. So let's go back in. Let's work on the other eye. It's a little bit different because it actually has some of the nose in it. So what I'm going to do is do it a little bit different. I think I may end up taking this out and undoing this. So just so you know. Trying to get these lined back up. So generate the stitches. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to start it down here. So start this and go up and come back down over here. Oh, I'll make this and then I'm going to go from here down to this start point. And move this all the way to the front. So if I group these and simulate, let's see how it looks. Make it go a little bit faster. So it's going to come down, up, around. Okay. So I can ungroup this, and this one I'm just going to do transform, create backward path, and it's going to do that in reverse, so all of that will be. So now I can go and outline the nose, which will be here, and where you just want to keep the outline just inside the orange, just ever so slightly. I have to scooch in here so I can see. And then over here. Sometimes it's hard to see when you've got multiple layers of things. And we're going to go here. Up to here. Over to here. Getting it up there. And then bringing it on in. I do see that I'm going to have to redo the nose because I left these off, but I'm just going to keep going for right now. But anyway, this is the majority of this design right now. You can see kind of what it looks like. We're gonna generate all of this. I'm actually going to stop this video right now because it is getting rather long. I will continue to finish this little guy up and get more of the details in him and stuff, and you'll see the finished design later. So we will talk to you later. I hope you had fun watching me design, or digitize I should say, this cute little snowman, and he's going to be ready for your winter projects before long. We'll talk to you later. Bye.